Happy Friday, family, and welcome to our Boss Up Show, where we aim to empower and encourage business owners, entrepreneurs, and professionals. This show is presented by Hope TV. We are the House of Hope Atlanta, where we believe that life with God is better in every way and every day. Our pastor is Dr. E. Dewey Smith Jr., and we're just excited to be on here to help you boss up tonight. We have some amazing guests with us. First, I want to introduce Gabrielle Adams. She's a hairstylist here in Atlanta. She believes that family is everything, and she wants to leave a legacy for her beautiful daughter, Layla. Help me welcome Gabrielle Adams to Boss Up tonight. In addition, say hello to everybody. In addition to Gabrielle, we have Gerald Grady with us. He's a hairstylist as well, and he opened his salon 5 years ago. And he loves making his clients look and feel great. He believes that it's critically important for business owners to stay relevant and continue to evolve. Help me welcome Gerald Grady to Boss Up tonight.
Hey, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
We are truly honored to have you, and we know that you're going to share some very impactful thoughts with us. In addition to Gabrielle and Gerald, we have Ramos with us. He was born in Trinidad, and he owns his own successful barbershop. He believes in the value of hard work, and he was self-taught. He actually taught himself how to cut hair at the age of 15. Help me welcome Ramos Gonzalez to Boss Up.
Thank you. It's an honor and privilege. Thank you.
So are you guys ready to talk? I want to start the conversation by asking you guys a question. Forbes magazine says that over 30 million businesses are going to have to close due to COVID-19. And so for some, this is a time of famine where businesses are closing down. But for others, it's a time of feast where their businesses are flourishing and they have more revenue and more clients than ever. So I want to start with you, Gabby. Is this feast or famine for you? How are you doing? Are you good?
Well, for me, it is famine. I am still good because I do still have faith that it will be okay. Even though I do not see it right now, I have yet worked. I have continued to build, and I have slowly eased back into working. So it's not the same, but I do believe that if I put the work in, I will get it going back smoothly.
So if you don't mind me asking, because I told you guys on Boss Up, we want to definitely be transparent and really help our viewers. I want to ask you, how are you making it? If business is slow, were you one of those savvy planners who had like 6 months saved up? Or is it just grace? Because I know a lot of us are surviving on grace. So kind of share with us, are there any strategies that you've implemented to kind of make it as long as you can?
There are definitely strategies that I've taken because the money stops when my hands stop. So unfortunately, I was not able to save and prepare as much as I would have liked to. But I will say, like in the days leading up to, I just continued to work as much as I could. And once we did shut down, there were a lot of things that I had to make adjustments with as far as like, payouts and everything, but it has been okay. It has not been the same, but I have been able to sustain by the grace of God.
Awesome. So you're on grace, and that's okay, because sometimes grace is all we have. In our first Boss Up show, we had someone who talked about saving and how this season is teaching all of us how there are certain things that we can live without, that we didn't know we could live without. So this is a journey for all of us. So let me come to you, Gerald. Talk to us. Is it feast or is it famine for you?
I would say that it's famine for me. And the reason why is because, like the young lady said, it's like when your hands stop, the income stops. But I was fortunate enough to start a savings. I started saving aggressively probably about 2.5 years ago, not knowing that COVID-19 was going to come. But but everybody, COVID-19 can be anything. It could be COVID-19 could be you getting laid off from work. It could be your COVID-19 can be you having some type of health issue where you have to be off work. But I was so fortunate enough to be able to start saving aggressively about 3 years ago. So when this did happen, I did have a savings. And another thing is that I have some remarkable clients that just all of a sudden just started sending me money through Cash App, Zelle, and all those things because the thing is like if you treat your clients right, they'll treat you right. And so they all started looking out for me, and they would send messages like, "This is for your COVID-19 relief. This is just because. This is because you're looking out for me." Because one of the things that I share with my clients is that I'm a kidney transplant recipient, and so I'm one of those people who have those underlying conditions that they talk about on the news. And I take immune suppressant drugs to keep the transplanted kidney functioning properly. So I have to really be careful. And yesterday was my first day back because if I don't go back, then and start working, then things start happening. It's like you start worrying about your rent, you start worrying about your car payment and things like that. And so it's almost like when Governor Kemp all of a sudden woke up on Monday morning and said that, okay, you guys got to go back to work. And I don't know what his reason was for. I don't know if it's because he didn't want to pay independent contractors unemployment or what his reasoning was. But you wake up on a Monday morning and you announce on Tuesday that everybody goes back to work on Friday, which doesn't give anybody a time to go get masks, because you couldn't find masks anywhere.
Right.
You couldn't find shields. Cleaning supplies was at a minimum. It was just awful, and I just think that he threw us in the line of fire.
Yes.
He just threw us in the line of fire.
So Gerald, let me jump in there. Yeah, let me listen. Let me jump in there because you are taking us to our next question.
Okay.
I want to talk. I want to talk to you guys about the fact that Governor Kemp did open up barbershops and beauty salons first. So I'm sure you guys found out about different regulations and safety practices. With you being someone who's received a transplant, Gerald, I'm sure you want to not only keep your customers safe, but you want to keep yourself safe. So I want to start with you, Ramos, on this go round. I want to start with you and ask, what are some of the regulations that you heard about that kind of changed the way that you do what you do? Talk to us.
Well, prior to hearing the regulations, because I actually started operating at home for the last 2-3 years, so I was actually already equipped for the virus per se, because they closed all the barbershops and the salons and everything. So I converted one of my rooms into a studio. So what I do now, even prior to him saying anything, I would sanitize the doorknobs. I got a mask made. I basically would
Wait a minute, what team is that? Wait a minute, what team is it on their mask?
Hold up.
All right.
So y'all know.
Listen, we still love you. We still love you anyway. Keep going.
Right. So I got that, and then what I do, I wear gloves, sanitize the chair as well, and before and after every client, I'll do that, and also also mop the floor as well. So I was taking extra precautions, and I told my clients beforehand also, before you come, if you have a cough, if you're sneezing, don't bother to come. And then I heard the regulations, and then when Governor Kemp came with the regulations, it was what I was already practicing prior to that.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So you were kind of prepared in a way for this, or you had started a few safety practices to keep you and your clients safe. I want to talk to you, Gerald. I understand that you said this has been a time of famine, but when you are able, because your clients are coming back, if they're sending you cash apps and you have not done any hair, they are coming back. And so when they come back, how do you think your cleaning practices at your shop are going to change? Something maybe that Ramos hasn't mentioned. How will what you do change due to COVID-19?
Well, what I do is I send each of my clients a text message before their appointment because right now you can only do about 3 or 4 people now per day
Wow.
because you can only do one at a time, and after each client, like Ramos said, that you have to sanitize your chair, your bowl, you have to wipe down every product, you have to wipe down the dryer chairs and all that stuff before they come in. And the clients now have to wait and sit in their. Your next client has to wait in their car until you text them or call them to tell them to come in. So that's one of the things
Wow.
that yeah. And then you have to check temperatures. I also have my clients to wash their hands before they come in. I mean, when they come in, before I service them. Yeah.
So there are some practices that have definitely changed due to COVID-19 for you as someone who works in the beauty industry. So I want to flip it back up to Gabby. So Gabby, we're going to go on ahead and speak in faith and say that your clients are coming back too, because I'm
They're
sure
coming
you
back.
have some clients that love you. I mean, love, love, love you. I looked at your website and just saw how beautiful your pictures were and all the different people that you serve. So I'm going to believe God with you that they're coming back. But
Thank
when
you.
they do come back, what are some things that will change for you? Because I'm hearing Gerald say now you can only have, what did you say, 3 people at a
Three,
time?
four, 3, 4 max a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gabby, talk to us. What's going to change for you?
Well, as far as cleanliness, I have definitely start cleaning more extensively. Um, of course, wiping down after every client. I have bleach, I have Clorox wipes, I have wipes, I have Lysol spray, everything that you can imagine to clean with. Make sure all the germs are gone. I wipe down the doorknobs, the chairs. I did purchase disposable cakes, and I also purchased masks for those who do not have them. They are required to come in with the mask, and also to sanitize their hands when they enter the salon. And each chair, even if I'm doing one at a time, whichever chair that they move to, I wipe that chair down before they go back or after they're sitting. So basically, I have just made it to where I've gotten in a routine of just really wiping down continuously so that I can prevent the spread or whatever, just keep it clean.
So you made me think about something. Beauty shops and barber shops are a place where we actually exchange ideas. For some, it's a place where you find community. People
Mhm.
confess things to their barber and to their hairstylist. So I want to ask you guys, how will you make your clients and your customers feel valued and feel, loved in a season of social distancing when everybody's trying to be careful? I
Mhm.
heard Gerald say that now you have to take people's temperature. And so I'm sure that's
Mhm.
not something that makes things comfortable. It can be awkward. So I want to start with you, Ramos. How will you make
Yes.
your clients feel welcomed and feel the love in your shop with all this social
Well,
distancing?
well, my clients have been coming to me consistently for the last 4 or 5 years. So we have that type of relationship to the point now I'm like I could actually joke with them. Like before they come in the door, I'll have like some sanitizer. I'm like, oh, don't may wanna come in here. So I spray their hands and
Right.
stuff. So I make it a little funny with them. And I also had the same experience like what Gerald had because I would say the first 2 weeks when the lockdown hit, it hit hard because basically I didn't have any clients can come through, and I had some clients was actually sending me money via Cash App, with supporting me and stuff, and that really helped out. And then the following 2 weeks, it just exploded. But I basically told them, put down the guidelines. I let them know, okay, if you all want to come, this is what we need to do in order to keep they sit down, to keep them safe and keep myself safe as well. So I just made it,
Yeah.
we have that relationship almost like a brother to brother relationship,
Yeah.
and they
I love
understand.
that.
So yeah, and I go strictly
I
by
love that.
appointment, so it's one by one. So I have that one on one with each of my clients.
So I want to pause and just again share with those who are just joining us. This is the Boss Up Show where we empower business owners, entrepreneurs, and professionals. We just want to give you some encouragement in this season. And also, we are presented by Hope TV, House of Hope Atlanta. Our pastor is Dr. E. Dewey Smith Jr. And I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. We believe that life with God is better in every way, every day. So what we need you to do, if you're just joining us, we want you to share this on your news feed. We want you to host your own watch party because we are sure you know some business owners and some entrepreneurs that need some encouragement on a Friday night. So help us out and share Boss Up with your friends and your loved ones. Now, back to these amazing guests. You guys have shared some really good information on what your world is like, being someone who works in the beauty industry, who now has to be a custodian. It's almost as though you have to take everything that you did before and multiply it times 10. So I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to start with you, Ramos, since you said that you've been nonstop. Is it exhausting for you sometimes to have to manage your clients, but then also you've got to make sure that you're being extra careful? I know you said that you already sanitize a lot of what you use, but has this been stressful at all for you to know that this is something that you have to deal with every day?
Not really, to tell you honestly, because I'm a custom sanitizer, so I took it to another level, but I really haven't felt stressful to be honest,
Okay.
because
I can already.
it's picked up so tremendously. I'm like
Yeah.
really blessed. I'm not saying that just as a cliche, but I'm really blessed that my clients are actually coming back, and I'm actually got new clients coming now because my clients have actually been referring some people. They be like, oh my gosh, I need to get a cut, blah blah blah, and they say, okay, this is what my barber's doing, and they are in agreement with that, and actually I'm actually got more clients during COVID.
Yes, I was going to say that I
Yeah,
can tell that you're not stressed because you're making light of COVID. You're making
right.
light of it with your customers so that things are not awkward. And so that's a really beautiful thing. I want to flip back to you, Gerald. I want to talk to you about your stress levels. As a business owner and as an entrepreneur, we all know this. Everything, the sun rises and falls on your decision making. The sun rises and falls on you. Has this been a stressful season, being that you said things have slowed down? Now you have all of these different practices you have to implement. Has it been stressful at all for you?
Well, yesterday was my first day back, and
Oh,
it was
wow.
stressful for. It was even stressful for me even going back. Just keeping it real. Just
Yes,
just thinking about COVID, and it's real. It's real, and it's killing people, and it's not going away no time soon from what I'm hearing. So,
yes.
you know, it's the fact that I have to like basically like triage my clients into the salon, by taking their
Mm,
temperature, making sure that they don't have a cough or they haven't been around anybody that has had COVID, or just no cold flu symptoms or anything like that. So that's kind of stressful because you don't know who these people have been around, and with COVID being you can be asymptomatic and not have any symptoms. You can be a carrier. That's another thing that you have to worry about. So all my clients come in, they wear masks, and so I just have to trust in God that He's going to protect me. He's protected me this far, and He's brought me this far. So I just know that He didn't bring me this far to leave me, and I'm here for a reason. Because if I wasn't, He would, I would have been gone a long time ago. From the
Isn't
things that
that
that I.
isn't that
So
so true? Yes.
it is, and and my clients, and when you talked about the clients feeling, my clients are going to feel really special because now they're going to get this VIP treatment because they're going to be the only one in the salon, and they're going to be able to talk more freely to me because nobody else is around, and they're going to feel special with this one-on-one time. So I think they're going to enjoy it. But the fact that I have to financially, I have to cut my day my amount of clients that I do in half, because normally I do 8 to 10 clients per day. So now I have to do now 4 clients a day. So I'm looking at the bottom line as a businessman is that my income annually is probably going to be cut in half. So I'm going to have to make some lifestyle adjustments as well.
I mean, I love what you said. You're turning something that could potentially seem negative into a positive. Look, I'm only going to be able to see 4 of you, but I'm going to make all 4 of you feel like you are the only person in the shop. I'm going to turn on the customer service. So I commend you on taking this step to power through the pandemic and make something that could potentially be negative a positive. So I want to flip back up to our young lady who's on the team tonight. I want to be very clear. We want to keep balance on Boss Up. There are girl bosses and there are guy bosses.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I want
right.
to come back to you. I want to come back to you, Gabby. Talk to me about your motivation, because you've already expressed that this is kind of a time of famine for you. So how do you stay motivated? I'm looking at this hair color, and you still fly. So
Thank
you
you. Thank
still look amazing. So how are you staying
you.
motivated in this season?
The biggest motivation, I would say, are my clients, because I connect with each and every one of them. Um, we become like really good friends, like family. I'm very like down to earth. We share things. We have such a good time. At any given day, my salon suite is like filled, and everybody is like having a good time, talking, sharing stories. Unfortunately, we're not able to, gather the way that we used to, but to be able to still service them and to see how, even through this time of people going through different things, just feeling uncertain, feeling depressed, feeling like, oh my God, my hair is a mess, I look a mess, I feel a mess. It just motivates me to know that I could still impact them in some kind of way,
Yeah.
when it comes to, getting their hair done or whatever. So that's motivation to me. And I just love what I do, and I've been doing it all my life. So it's just, I've put it in my mind, like, I know I have to do what it takes to grow my business and to lift my business, and I just sit and I think of ways, and I reach out to people, and I read and research on things that I can do to bring myself back, because I feel like if I stay focused on it, if I know what I want and I just go get it, it will happen. May not happen as fast, being considering the circumstances, but I do believe that what I have started, I will continue to grow it and it be what I want it to be.
Yes.
Even through this.
Yes. Yes. So I want to stop right here. If you're just joining us, these guests tonight are really giving us some practical tips and some practical tools that we can use. Can I do a quick review real quick? I want to start with you, Gerald. Gerald has already said that your customer service is the key to making sure your clients feel loved and feel appreciated. And then I heard Ramo say, for him, he keeps it fun and enjoyable. He makes sure that his clients, though they have to be safe and though they have to practice these new processes for cleanliness, he says, look, we're going to have fun while we're doing it. And so making sure your clients see that you are enjoying your craft, enjoying what you do in the midst of a pandemic is important. And then we just had our girl boss on the team. Gabby said, listen, you got to stay innovative. You may have to do what you do in a different way to maintain your clientele, but it's worth it. So I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I'm ready to boss up. I feel like I'm ready to boss up. I have a question.
All
I have a
right.
question coming in from our viewing audience. I have a question coming in. Someone is asking, it appears that micropreneurs or small business owners are not receiving any financial support from the government. Have any of you received any support or updates regarding government assistance for small businesses? So have any of you received any updates or any type of financial support from the government yet?
Well, can I speak first?
Yes, Gerald, of course.
Well, when they said that we could apply for unemployment, it was just so hard to get through. I would go online and the website would crash, and it just became frustrating. So I just gave up, and I just was like, I don't, I just didn't try anymore. But I use Square Cash. You know, I use Square. So I went on Square one day, and it was offering PPN through, I guess, through the government. And so I just applied just to see if I was going to get it. And I guess by me using Square regularly in my business, that within a couple of days they approved me for a PPN loan. The PP, yeah,
Yes.
or the PPP, whatever you call that, the payroll
Okay.
pay or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So you need to repeat that. So tell us, because somebody watching right now needs the PPE loan. I'm definitely going to research that so that we can post it in our comments. But yeah, tell
yeah.
us about that.
Well, if you use Square, I would say log into your Square account, not Cash App, but your Square account. And as soon as you log in, you will see an icon where you can click on to apply for the PPP loan. And
Okay.
you just plug information in. And I was just amazed that in a couple of days that money was transferred into my checking account. So that helped me a lot.
So you're
Yeah,
blessing somebody. You don't know how much you're blessing somebody who's
yeah.
watching. Those of you that are watching right now, if you are a Square user, there is a loan that you can apply for. Make sure the interest rate doesn't put you in more debt. Okay.
Well, the thing
But
is, let me.
definitely,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
mhm. No, but
Well,
definitely apply for this loan assistance through Square if you need it. What were you going to say, Gerald?
what I was going to say is if you get the loan, you get approved, is that 8 weeks after receiving it, if you can prove that you use it towards your business, that it will be unforgivable.
It will be forgiven.
Yeah, yeah, it would be forgiven. So you use it for your
Yes.
lease or for products or for anything business like, and you can prove that it will be forgiven.
Oh, that is wonderful. So you don't even have to worry about interest rates.
No.
Okay.
Right.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure while you guys are watching that I post in the comments how you can access this loan, because this is helpful information for someone who is really concerned about saving their business. I
Yeah.
do believe that while for some this is a time of feast, it's also a time of famine for many business owners, and so we want to make sure on Boss Up that we provide you with as many tools as we can to help you get through. So I want to ask Gabby and Ramos. Let's start with you, Ramos. Have you applied for any financial assistance, and have you received it or received any updates?
So a month ago, I had applied for for unemployment for self-employed
Yes.
people, and that
Yes.
was a task. It took it it,
Wow.
it I probably took like 3 weeks until I finally got an email, and they said there was another program they had called PUD, Pandemic Unemployment. I forget what the D was for, but anyway, that's for specifically for small businesses. And
Mm-hmm.
basically, they said I was eligible, so I basically sent all my information. They wanted you to send proof that you are self-employed, like your last year's taxes, your 1099, and stuff like that. And I sent all that in. And finally, this past Wednesday, I got the $600 and the 300 as far as I'm unemployment. So I finally got it. So it
This is
started
really
coming.
good
So then,
news, you guys.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, this
So
is really good
when
news.
you go on when you go on the Department of Labor, you'll actually see that the PUD. Click on that, and once you click on that, they basically have to give information to see if you're eligible for it. Self-employed people especially.
This is so amazing. I was saying this is such good news because since we've been doing the Boss Up show or producing this show, we've asked people, have they received anything? And everybody has said no. And so I'm glad
Wow.
to hear that now that we're in mid-May, we're starting to see some people receive assistance, because we were really concerned that a lot of the resources that the government was offering really wasn't for small businesses and micropreneurs. So I'm
Yeah.
really excited to hear that. I hope it gives some of our viewers some hope. I want to come back up to the girl boss on the team. Gabby, talk to us. Have you applied for any government assistance, and have you received it?
I did apply. No, I did not receive any.
Okay.
The process was really long. They were asking different questions. I forget what was the name of the different ones that I applied for. People were sending me things. I applied. I did apply. Some of them, it was a couple of roadblocks. Like they asked me about employees, and I'm like, I'm the employee. I don't have any employees. So I feel like it was. I don't know if that was not the right application or whatever, but ultimately, I did not. All the ones that I did apply for, I did not receive anything. And the ones when I hit roadblocks, I just didn't. But thankfully, through it all, I mean, like he stated earlier, I did receive, like some clients would send me, money. They'll send me, oh, this is for my next appointment and all this and all that. And so, I mean, after a while, I was like, okay, well, I'm just kind of hopeful that at any day now we'll be able to go back to work. But ultimately, going through those, like that month's time, I did not receive anything from the government at all.
Okay, so this is what Boss Up is all about. What I want you to do is I want you to stay on after we go off air, and Ramos and Gerald are going to tell you what you need to do to try to get some assistance, because the only way we're going to make it through this thing is we're going to make it together. And so if you were in fact applying for the wrong one, we're going to figure all of that out, because that's what we do on Boss Up. So we got you. We have about 5 minutes. I don't know about you guys, but it seems like time has just flown by. We have about 5 minutes left. So what I want to do in these last 5 minutes is I want each of you to just kind of share how we can contact you and follow you on social media, because we want to see your journey. We want to see you come out of this pandemic and come out of COVID-19 on top. So I want to start with you, Gerald. Just tell us how we can follow you on social media and how we can reach you if we want to get, that special VIP treatment and be one of those 4 clients in your chair next week. Tell us how we can reach you.
Well, actually, I'm not even accepting any new clients because I have a huge client base. So my clients have been unserviced for about 7 weeks, so they need me more than ever. But you can reach me at Hair by Gerald Grady on Instagram. And I want to share just one token real quick for all the entrepreneurs who are self-employed. One of the things that I share with people is that if you save whatever the amount of the service is for your first client and just tuck that away every single day, then when something like this happens again, you'll be in position to to be in a better situation. Just save that money from that first client every single day that you work.
Love it. Love it. You guys are really sharing some knowledge tonight. Thank you, Gerald. I know our viewers appreciate your honesty and your wisdom. So thank you. I want to come to you, Ramos. How can we follow you on social media? And how can we become one of those clients who gets to come into the home shop and feel like they're part of the family? How can we do that?
You can follow me on social media on Instagram and Facebook. My handle is called Grooming Couture, and you can check my work out there as well. And all the information as far as if I want to take new clients from there, they can hit me up on there.
And I got to give Ramos a quick shout out. He is in the men's ministry and he's in our male chorus. So thank you for being a boss who also believes in serving and being a part of ministry. So thank you for that, brother. All right. Let's move to our boss, our girl boss on the team. Come on, Gabby, tell us how we can follow you on social media and how we can become one of those clients.
You can follow me on Instagram at Gabby_did_it. And my website for booking is www.gabby.genbook.com.
All right. Thank you guys for sharing with us. It has been an honor having each of you. Again, we are the House of Hope Atlanta, where we believe that life with God is better in every way, every day. This is the Boss Up Show presented by Hope TV. Our pastor is Dr. E. Dewey Smith Jr., and you're welcome to visit us anytime. We have Bible study on Wednesdays, and we have worship online on Sundays. So both of those are online. That's our Boss Up Show for today. I hope you guys feel empowered. I hope you're ready to boss up. I know I am. So we just want to say be blessed. Enjoy your weekend. We love you. There's nothing you can do about it, and we're always praying for you. Thank you.
Thank you.